All right, boneless chuck. I removed the blade bone, just removed the mock. Now I'm going to remove the Vegas strip steak. Dumb name. They claim they invented it. It's not like the beef all of a sudden woke up with a new muscle on it. Now removing the boneless short ribs. You could clean that up, market that. That's a continuation of the Denver. Just cleaning it up, and then I'm going to just hand rip and seam this apart because I am strong. Not really, it's just kind of how the beef was. There. Taking that true heart of the chuck out, getting closer to that Denver muscle to make some Denver steaks. Continuing to hand seam. And that is the muscle that runs into the ribeye all the way up into the New York and dies in the sirloin. Using my knife to help me out a little bit. Now I'm going to clean it and take the true chuck eye out. The true chuck eye is not very big. As you will see, it tapers. Just got to take this side meat. There it is. That's the chuck eye. That's why you only get 2 of them when you get a whole chuck cut in half. Or cut into steaks, I guess. Now, continuing to remove some mouse meat. Cleaning up that Denver. Just double checking both sides. Now, when I clean, I push my knife for fat and then poke and slice for silver skin. All right, there is your Denver steaks out of the Denver roast, which is the continuation of the cross rib or the flanken or the insensitive title oriental ribs. Boom. Trim. Now I'm going to continue to clean up this chuck heart. You can make what I have called patio steaks out of this once it's all clean. Just doing some trimming. This was, if you're wondering why it looks like this, I was cutting custom exempt. So I am in someone's barn. They slaughtered this, hung it in a cooler that they built themselves for 4 weeks, invited me over for cash, and then I did it. It was easy. Making some stew meat. Bam, 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 bam. And he just, this person wanted the whole chuck to be ground. So I was like, oh, let me set up my GoPro so I could just capture some things off of it. All right, removing the mock tender. I love filleting that gland fat off the flap of the chuck. Got the mock tender. Now I'm going to show true mock tenders. There's also insensitive names for this one. I'm going to clean, scrape, and push some silver skin off. Then I'm going to seam this out. And then once it's in 2 pieces with it denuded, you would flip the pieces yin-yang style, truss it, and then slice your mock tenderloins. So removing that skin, and you'll see once it's seamed out and yin-yang, if it was tied, what it would look like and how it does resemble a tenderloin. Jake, the person I'm cutting with in the orange apron, is talking to me. I have to look directly at him when I talk. He's deaf. He's a good guy, though. Well, I don't know why I had to caveat that. There we go. Now if that was tied, slice, slice, and I'll show you what it would actually look like. As most of the time, we never see how these would be cased to deceive someone, but this is it. Now, if that was tied up, you would think that that was just a tenderloin tail tucked in on itself. There it is, all grind. Now onto that Denver, not that Denver, geez Louise, that Vegas strip steak. I prefer a landing strip steak. All right, just filleting that silver skin off. knife looks dull. I switch knives so often and used every knife out there. All right, just taking off some of that silver skin connective tissue. Squaring up, there you go. Put that in your case, charge a bajillion dollars a pound. Oh, now we got a flat iron. Just push that hard fat off. This was actually a nice looking beef. The aging setup wasn't that great, so I had to cut a lot of fuzz off of it. But again, I can't control how other people do it. What I can control is how much they pay me. Pushing that off. Filleting. Yeah, this was a great experience. What you can't hear is that there's a bunch of firefighters around me. We're talking it up and they're rapping. They're very crude, but in a wholesome way, if that makes sense. I'm sure politically we do not see eye to eye. But it was just a fun experience. I do this probably once a month here in the Pacific Northwest. In Washington, filleting. I do a push and roll versus a slice just because I hate losing control of the silver skin and then making a like I don't know. Flat irons are the bane of my existence. I hate them. Filleting it off. Doing a little bit of clean touch up. Thank you guys. Hit me up with any questions. I'll be more active soon.